Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today you will get information about retina and visual pathways. First of all, we should do some kind of little review of the anatomy of and histology of the retina and eyeball, of course. That's a illustration of the eyeball, and the eyeball consists of the three layers from the outer part. First part from the outer part of this eyeball is sclera, and the second one the choroid, and the third one is retina. And we should remember the structure of the hemispheres, some kind of layers of the hemispheres. From the outer part, the hemispheres covered with the dura mater. Dura mater looks like the sclera. In fact, from the embryology course, you know about that. The eyeball is derived directly from the hemispheres. Okay? So their structure is similar. That the sclera is a continuous of the dura mater, and the choroid is a continuous of the arachnoid mater, and the retina structure looks like the histology of the hemispheres. The structure of the nerve cells looks like the structure of the hemispheres nerve cells. And please look at this illustration. That's the structure of the rods and cones, and the rods is responsible for vision at the dark part of the day, and the cones is responsible for analyzing the colors. And both of them has three parts. Outer segment consists of this part of the cells, and their main function is attaching some kind of light. Okay, and the next part is inner segment. Inner segment consists of some kind of structures that's responsible for normal metabolism of the nerve cells. They are maybe mitochondria and the nucleus. The last part is synaptic body. After generating action potential, this part of the cells, they conduct these action potentials to the another cells. We have synapses, okay? And that is the sclera, and that's the choroid part, and that is the retina. In the first layer of the retina consists of the pigment epithelial layer. They contain vitamin A, and vitamin A is crucial for our vision system. We talk about that. Okay, and the next structures are cones and rods. As I mentioned above, cones are responsible for analyzing the colors. Rods has a crucial role in the vision at the dark part of the day, and the next cells are bipolar cells, and they conduct the impulses to the ganglion cells. Additionally, there are two types of cells available. First one is horizontal, second one is bipolar, amacrine cells. The horizontal cells have a special role. They try to maintain the balance when the people deal with bright light and dim light. Okay, that it has some kind of physiological role. Please look at that. That's a molecular mechanism of the rod cells, and during the dark part of the day, the certain channels will be open, and it can cause depolarization and discharging the glutamate to the next cells. And when the light, that's specifically low light, between the dark part and the light part of the day. In Uzbek language, we call them as a sham. The sham part of the day, the low lights reach to this part of the rods, and the rhodopsin will be activated. Rhodopsin can cause the stimulation of the guanine lacticlase. Guanine lacticlase stimuli phosphodiesterase. Phosphodiesterase main function is converting cyclic GMP to GMP. As a result, the level of the GMP will be reduced and it can cause the closing of the sodium channels. When the sodium channels close, it can cause a hyperpolarization in the cells. It means that there is no any action potential. And that's a clinical consideration. The rhodopsin is some kind of metabolic part of metabolic molecule of the vitamin A, and if the patient has some kind of vitamin A deficiency, and night blindness can cause. The patient inform the doctor about some kind of difficulties in the dark part of the day, okay? Vision in the dark part of the day. And that's a molecular mechanism, and that's histology, and that's anatomy of the visual system, retina most specifically. And please look at that, that's physiology. Conducting impulses to the hemisphere, specifically occipital part of the hemispheres. And I try to illustrate this illustration by myself. Please look at that. That's my right eye, left eye, and the information from the lateral part of the view is crossed via my lens, and that's in the green color, okay? That's a lateral view in my left eye, and that's a lateral view in my right eye, okay? And both of them reach to the medial part of the hemisphere, medial part of the retina. And that's the most important information about that. The medial, the second name is nasal part of the retina cross to the contralateral, okay? Nasal part of the right eye cross to the left side. They stop it at the geniculate body, okay? And look at that. And the medial part of the view pass through the lens and reach to the lateral part of the retina, okay? That's the second name is temporal part. The medial view reach to the temporal part of the retina, and that's the main information is the temporal retina don't cross. They continue their way ipsilaterally and they stop at the geniculate body. The next neurons initiate from this part and reach to the medial parts of the occipital lobe. All of the information that relates to physiology of the optic pathway is all, and also this information is all for you. We will continue this information comprehensively in our next lesson, and all of the information that's prepared for this lesson is all. Thanks for listening and watching, and if you have some kind of greetings, maybe some kind of plus and minus ideas about our video lessons, we are always ready to accept at the comment part of our YouTube channel. Thanks for listening and watching. See you next time.